Cleopatra, the last ruler of Egypt, captivates our imagination to this day. While her story is legendary, the details of her death are still unknown. The whereabouts of her tomb remain tantalizing mysteries. Welcome back to my channel, where we unravel the mysteries and legends of the past. In today's video, we embark on a captivating journey into the enigmatic life, death, and final resting place of Queen Cleopatra, the most renowned figure in Egyptian history. Let's dive in.
The port city of Alexandria was founded by Alexander the Great, who conquered Egypt 2,300 years ago. It was famed for its palaces, statues, its library, and a colossal lighthouse standing over 350 feet tall, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. During this time, Egypt was ruled by the successors of Alexander, the Greek pharaohs called the Ptolemies. But this family line ended when the country was eventually conquered by Rome, leaving the last pharaoh of Egypt, Queen Cleopatra. At the age of 18, Cleopatra became pharaoh when her father Ptolemy XII died. She went on to rule for 21 years. Faced with the threat of a Roman invasion, she formed alliances with the enemy, first wooing Julius Caesar and bearing his child, followed by a relationship with Mark Antony. But in 31 BC, the Roman navy, led by Octavian, attacked Egypt.
Let's begin by exploring the most famous theories surrounding Queen Cleopatra's cause of death. One prevalent theory suggests that she died by suicide using an asp, a venomous snake, to deliver a fatal bite to her neck. According to ancient accounts, Cleopatra chose this path rather than face capture and humiliation by Octavian, later known as Emperor Augustus, after the defeat of her lover Mark Antony in the Battle of Actium. She committed suicide instead of being humiliated or captured. While the suicide by cobra bite to her breast sounds exotic and dramatic, could it possibly be true? I believe that this theory stems from Cleopatra's well-documented obsession with serpents. She frequently sent out her servants to look for royal pythons. Her palace was filled with them, and she even let them sleep in her bed. Snakes, and especially the Egyptian cobra, are highly symbolic in Kemetic mythology, and they were associated with the Egyptian goddess Isis. Cleopatra believed that she was the embodiment of Isis and favored her over all the other gods and goddesses. Now let's put the snakebite theory to the test of logic. According to experts, there's only a 10% chance that you would die of a snake bite. In the case that you do die of a snake bite, it would probably be a very long and painful process. And in the case of a cobra bite, it would start by necrosis or rotting of the flesh that spreads slowly from the bite area to the rest of the body. Do you really think that Cleopatra, with all her knowledge about toxins and venoms, would willingly put herself through this long, painful death? Not to mention stinky and not very beautiful, when she most certainly knew of quicker, more graceful methods? The alternative theories propose that Cleopatra may have died by poison, potentially ingesting substances such as hemlock or the poison of the ancients. Believed to be the deadliest plant in North Africa, hemlock was used to make poison in ancient Egypt and Greece. While the flower may be pretty, it contains a poisonous substance that can kill a human or animal in under 2 hours. hours after ingestion. Cleopatra knew her poisons very well, and she took pleasure in creating different mixtures of plant and animal toxins and testing them on her prisoners to see the different reactions in the body and find the toxic limits. Some historical records suggest that she was on a quest to finding a poison that delivered the quickest, most painless death. And I think that's what gave birth to the suicide by poison theory, which I would say is the more believable of the two suicide theories. The circumstances surrounding Cleopatra's death are shrouded in mystery and clouded by the biases of historical accounts. The truth may elude us, but the allure of her enigmatic demise continues to captivate our imagination. Now let's turn our attention to the quest for Cleopatra's tomb. Despite her significance in history, the exact location of her final resting place remains unknown. Historical records suggest that Cleopatra and her lover, Mark Antony, were buried in Alexandria, Egypt, yet the specific site has eluded discovery. Some theories propose that her tomb may lie submerged underwater due to natural disasters, coastal erosion, and rising sea levels over time. Others speculate that her tomb could be concealed within the ancient royal necropolis of Al-Kharafa, also known as the Cemetery of the Nobles near Alexandria. There are archaeologists that have spent their entire lifetimes looking for Cleopatra's tomb without any results. Discovering the final resting place of Cleopatra would not only unveil more about her life and reign, but also provide insights into ancient Egyptian burial practices and artistry of the Ptolemaic period, which we don't know much about. The search for Cleopatra's tomb serves as a reminder of the enduring allure of the past and the mysteries that lie hidden beneath the sands of time. Although the truth may evade us for now, the legend of Cleopatra and her impact on history will continue to ignite our imagination for years to come and inspire further exploration. So now that you know all the possible theories behind Cleopatra's death and where she was buried, which theory sounds more realistic to you? And if you have any theories of your own, please don't be afraid to share it with the rest of us. We'd love to hear it. I mean, it seems like with Cleopatra's crazy life, anything is possible, right? If you were going to ask me, honestly, I don't buy into the suicide by cobra bite. I don't think somebody as powerful as Cleopatra was. I don't think somebody with as much strength of character as Cleopatra had would commit suicide. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't think she did it. I feel like she was murdered. She really made a lot of enemies in her time, and I feel like she was murdered in such a bad way that I don't think that she was given the honor to even have a tomb of her own. I think she was murdered by her enemies, one of her enemies, because she made a lot of enemies during her lifetime. Maybe they threw her body in the Mediterranean Sea or something like that. But that's just me. And like I said, anything is possible. So let me know what you think resonates more with you, what you think the truth is. Until we find her tomb, if it exists, let's let our imagination run wild. As usual, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you come back again for future videos.